Computer as a teacher's tool. Computer as the teacher's handy tool. We have the constructivist and the social constructivist paradigm. Constructivist is introduced by Piaget in the year 1981 and Brunner in the year 1990. This term refers to the idea that the learners construct their own knowledge. Each learner individually constructs meaning as he or she learns. Learning is an active process in which the learner uses sensory input and constructs meaning out of it. Social constructivism, a variety of cognitive constructivism that emphasizes the collaboration nature of much learning. This is an effort to show that the construction of knowledge is governed by social, historical, and cultural context. Vygotsky accepted Piaget's claim that learners respond not to the external stimuli, but to their interpretation of those stimuli. However, he argued that the cognitivists, such as Piaget, had overlooked the essentially social nature of language. As a result, he claimed that they had failed to understand that learning is a collaborative process. The differentiation of constructivism and social constructivism. Under assumption, constructivism knowledge is constructed by the individual, while social constructivism knowledge is constructed within a social context. Definition of learning under constructivism: students build their own learning, while under social constructivism, students build knowledge influenced by the social context. Learning strategies under constructivism: it is gathering and organizing information to create new concepts or principles, while social constructivism: it is an exchange and shared form of ideas that stimulates thinking. General orientation under constructivism: it is the personal discovery of knowledge, while social constructivism: it is the students discuss and discover meaning. Teacher can employ the computer as an information tool, a communication tool, a constructive tool, a co-constructive tool, and a situating tool. Information tool. The computer provides vast amounts of information in various forms, such as text, graphics, sound, and video. Even multimedia encyclopedias are today available on the internet. The internet itself provides an enormous database form which users can access global information resources that includes the latest news, weather forecast, airline schedule, sport development, entertainment news, and features. Constructive tools. The computer itself can be used for manipulating information, visualizing one's understanding, and building new knowledge. Microsoft Word computer program itself is a desktop publishing software that allows users to organize and present their ideas in attractive format. Constructive tools. Students can use constructive tools to work cooperatively and construct a shared understanding and new knowledge. One way of co-construction is the use of electronic whiteboards, where students may post notices to a shared document. They can also co-edit the same document from their homes. CSILE, or the Computer Supported International Learning Environment, is an example of integrated environment developed by Marlene Escardamlia and Carl Bereiter at the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education. It has been used in a research program within Toronto schools for over 5 years. Situating tools. By means of virtual reality or the RS extension system, the computer can create 3D images on display to give the user the feeling that are situated in a virtual environment. A flight simulation program is an example of a situating tool which places the user in simulated flying environment. Now we have the internet as an instructional tool. We have here the top 10 internet uses as an instructional tool. Number 1. News and current events. The internet provides real-time information on current events around the world. There are many sources that provide current news. In local news, we have the WTVM news leader. In national news, we have the Fox News or the CNN. And the international news, we have the BBC or the Global News. Number 2, blogs. Blogs are also known as the weblogs, are interactive websites where users can provide commentary about some information, news on a topic, or online journal. Unique to blogs is the ability to interact with other people by posting comments and information on the blog. This is a great communication and discussion tool for teachers to use with their students. Teachers can post information on the blog and students can interact with the teacher and with one another on the blog. Number 3 is the email. Email continues to be one of the most popular ways to communicate online. Teachers and students can quickly communicate with each other and teachers can send out mass emails to all their students or parents. And now, parents and teachers can be assured that their kids are safe with email services, specifically for children. Number 4 is the shopping. The internet is a vast resource of materials for educators. It is often easier to purchase educational items on the internet that are hard to find in local stores. It can also be a time saver for busy teachers. Popular shopping websites for educators include the Oriental Trading, Lakeshore, Amazon.com, Educational Innovation.
Woke up on the right side of the bed. What's up with this kid down tonight?
The fifth one is the streaming videos. Another great tool for educators is streaming videos. As the technology for online video grows, so do the possibilities for its use in education. Some ways that video streaming is already being used are educational videos, YouTube, virtual field trips, online science experiments, Google videos, and the like. The sixth one is the online schooling. Online schooling is defined as with so many working people looking to further their education. Online schooling has become very popular with educators. Teachers, librarians, and administrators can work during the day and go to school at night via online schooling. Some popular online schooling options are the Troy University, Liberty University, and the like. We have also here resources. In order to be successful as an educator, you must have the appropriate resources at hand. Success as a teacher means being prepared. That is why the internet is such a great resource for teachers. Practically anything you would need to teach a great lesson is available at your fingertips. There are many great sites that provide educational resources, such as the helper.com, the gateway.com, and the like. We also have the social networking. Social networking has become a major way for groups of people to communicate, share ideas, learn about one another, and build relationships. This internet tool can be handy for students to help one another and for teachers to communicate with their students and parents. This aspect of the internet will continue to grow as more uses of it are discovered. Some popular social networking sites are, first of all, is the Facebook, Twitter, and the like. The ninth one is the information. The internet has become the simple, largest source of information in the world. That makes it a very important tool for educators to use in the classroom. With careful filtering and diligence on the part of the teacher, children can harness the power of the World Wide Web to learn about any topic that might be taught in the classroom. Some sites can be used for information in education are the Discovery Education, Wikipedia, and the like. The last but not the least is the professional development. The internet is a useful tool for training educators. Administrators can train teachers and other educators right where they are at using web-based training. Trainers can provide cheaper training more often without the cost of travel and school systems to save money. The internet also provides a wider variety of training options that would not otherwise be available for all educational systems, such as the companies like the Learning Forward and the Unbird Learning. The vast sea of information now in the internet, including news and media, is an overwhelming challenge to those who wish to navigate it. Every day, the net user population and the available information continue to grow, and new ways are continuously being developed to serve the internet. The most attractive way to move around the internet is called browsing. Using a program called a browser, the user can use a mouse to point and click on screen icons to surf the internet, particularly the World Wide Web or the web. An internet subset of text, images, and sounds are linked together to allow users to access data or information needed. The future of the internet seems limitless. Already, its complexity has spawned and continues to spawn. Net sites including new demand for services to businesses, industries, science, government, and even homes. Many experts predict that internet is destined to become the centerpiece of all online communications on the planet and in some future time in the solar system using interplanetary satellite communication stations. And today, schools are gearing up to take advantage of internet access, where they can plug into the Library of Congress, make virtual visits to famous museums in the world, write to celebrities, and even send questions to heads of state. All in all, internet and education. Today, even elementary school graders in progressive countries like the United States are corresponding via email with pen pals in all 50 states. They ask probing questions like, what is your state's most serious problem? Or how much does the pizza cost in your state? This educational activity brought by their schools are paying dividends from increasing the pupils' interest in geography to a greater understanding of how people live in large cities and other places in the United States or the world. Educational software materials have also developed both in sophistication and appeal. There is now a wider choice from rote arithmetic or grammar lessons to discovery and innovation projects. But the real possibility today is connecting with the world outside homes, classroom, and internet cafes. That's all, guys, and thank you for watching.